Hello, wonderful people. Have you tried loving yourself but couldn't shake this feeling of unworthiness, guilt, and shame? Have you been struggling for this for years? Well, you might be stuck as a baby elephant, when in reality, you are a strong and powerful elephant. All right, let me explain. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Kahir, and I'm here to take you one step closer to self love. All right, I've touched upon this in previous videos talking about baby elephants. But this story has really gripped me, and I want to share it to as many people as possible. In the circus, way back when, I don't know if they do this now, but they take baby elephants, and you see these giant elephants in the circus. They're like, how do they control them? Well, they take these baby elephants, they tie a rope around its trunk, and it thrashes around. It really tries to get the rope up, but it's a baby, right? It can't get out of it. And then it grows. It grows into a huge, strong, powerful elephant. But they tie a rope and it stays in place, even though they could easily rip that rope off. And I think much of humanity, including me, we have been conditioned to believe that we're still these baby elephants. And I want to wake you guys up that you're not a baby elephant anymore. In fact, you're this big, powerful elephant, and you're so much more capable than you think. All right. Reason I'm telling this story because I remember when I was 25, I had my challenges. I was dealing with a lot, struggling still with university. That's a whole nother. I was, I told you guys I failed French. I had to retake it. Being on my own for the first time, paying rent with having really low money. It was really tough. I can't, I can't tell you guys. Like I said, it was super tough. And like I said, instead of supporting myself in my own head, being like, we got this kid here, we'll find a way out. Don't worry, this is temporary. I believe in you. I had the exact opposite. Like, you fucking piece of shit. How you'll not, this is your life now. You're gonna suffer. This is what modern life is. You're gonna suffer, you're gonna work, you're gonna pay rent, and you're gonna be happy about it. And it's just, whoa. Mama came into our apartment and she saw it. Okay, it was pretty dirty, but I think because we came home drained. It was our energy was like I told you guys, since I wasn't even mindful really of where my energy is going, and I went to such a stressful for me. I had this job teaching at a primary school, how, and I'm highly sensitive. All this noise and shit. I would come back home so drained I could barely do anything. Right? The apartment was pretty dirty. The mama came in and she's oh, zniszczyliście te mieszkanie, zniszczyliście. And like, you guys ruined it, you ruined it. And I was, do I need to hear that? It's weird now. I was a grown ass man, and my mom came into my place and scolded me, and I tolerated it. I didn't even think of I could have left. She was in my place, but I still feel no, it wasn't my place. Man, that sucks. I always even with these challenges, I always felt I had an amazing gift. I had this light to shine to the world, but I dimmed my life and my light. Yeah, I was dimming myself. I felt I was surviving, not thriving, from most of my 20s, man. Large majority up until I did improv. Even though at the core of my being, I felt I had these amazing gifts. I knew deep down I was capable of more, but I would go back to these negative coping mechanisms because when I was struggling, my first instinct wasn't to look out for support, ask for help. It was to turn inwards and berate myself into submission. And then I would dopamine binge, YouTube or Netflix, totally ignoring reality instead of trying to support myself. And then you look on the outside and you be, oh, here's a fucking loser. He's watching YouTube all day. Well, he should get a job, Jim. We don't look at what I said, the 80%, the mental work, or I would say more the spiritual work. What's going on? I didn't look at myself through the eyes I have now through infinite love and compassion. But yeah, Kahiri, he's struggling. He's really having a hard time. And I had this inkling, hey, I know I want to love myself. I really do. I want to support myself, but something was almost not letting me. It wasn't until I did all the workbook lessons in the Course in Miracles that I found the source was emotional neglect. My environment growing up was very chaotic. I don't remember a single day that we weren't yelled at. And I still, even when I say that, I'm, well, that's normal. Everybody was yelled at. Maybe. I don't know. All I do know is my nervous system acts up. When people get angry, it affects me. All the symptoms of CPTSD I talked about, learned helplessness, this tyrannical inner voice. I had it. I had it for years. And I don't want any of my brothers and sisters to have that. I don't see the point. I don't see the point. I was extremely hard on myself. I don't even know how to put it into words, guys. Nothing. Even if I did achieve something, it didn't. I wouldn't reward myself because I don't know. I didn't. I think if you are struggling with it, how hard it is. Okay, it's really hard for me to explain. But these vile words, I would say to myself. I don't know if I want. It's like I repeating the words from my parents. Oh, you awful. You won't get it right. Yeah, turning inwards and being this vile inner critic. Everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. Everything. I don't. And this is such a tough existence, man. And I didn't know now, but yeah, I was unconsciously, this is the thing, unconsciously repeating the voice of my parents. This is what I'm saying. The baby elephant. I didn't write this in my journal, but this is, I think, very paramount. I remember every time I got spanked. I remember every time I got spanked. I remember, and I almost don't want to talk about this, but I remember watching a video and a lot of people resonated with it. So I'm going to talk about it because I think it has a profound effect on the child's psychology, and I did. I had an effect on me. They're like, "Oh, you would wait to your bum a little bit." No, it fucking hurt. Especially, how old was I? 5, 6, 7. I remember it was- one time we played outside with our neighbor. We didn't tell Tata. And he was worried about us, and what we got a spanking for that. I also remember in the middle of the night, I woke up as kids do, and I knocked something over. And Tata, half asleep, is like, "Hey, come here, come here, come here." I'm like, "Oh, does he want to hug me?" They grabbed me, fucking spanked me, and I felt so betrayed. I was like, "Why are you doing this? I didn't mean to. It was an accident. It was a mistake." I still I'm 30 years old and I still remember that. How we I don't want to live in a world that it's okay to hit young children. I don't give a fuck if you think that builds character. I think it's vile and I think, I know the course teaches non-judgment, but I will not stand by and say it's okay to hit kids, even if it's on their fucking ass. Man, because as a kid, all I knew is, oh, I can't explore. I can't explore in this world. I can't make mistakes. And I carried that shit with me, man. I did, right? Unconsciously, right? I know many of my brothers and sisters are dealing with it because it's unfair, right? This is why I'm also a paladin. Like, I hate fucking injustice, man. You're a small little kid. You don't even know what you did wrong, and you're getting hit, and I really hit. Why the fuck do you think I still remember it? I remember it. I remember it, and I remember it feeling unfair, betrayal. The caretakers, the people that are supposed to love you unconditionally, hit you. Man, man, if it sucks, it sucks. Yeah, and that can carry into adulthood. Like I said, unconsciously, and the way out of it is to work on the subconscious, right? So but the thing is, like I've mentioned in the past, the Holy Spirit is the best therapist. What does that mean? The Holy Spirit, all it is, source, will guide your path. It guided me step by step. I could see it now, how it was guiding me with also the attachment styles. I told you guys I found out I was disorganized attached, which is the worst one. And then and when I was learning about it, it's like, oh, if you have disorganized, you were loved at some times and you were ashamed a lot during your upbringing. I'm like, what? And it described me to a T. That's exactly the environment I grew up with. Sometimes love, sometimes vitriol. And I didn't know, and for no rhyme or reason. All right, so I developed a disorganized attachment style. And that led me more inwards to look, oh, what happened in childhood. And I think it's a platitude that's, oh, well, tell us about what happened when you were a child. And I would brush it off. Oh, I had a decent childhood. And I did. I grew up middle class in the States, but still, I didn't I said, my emotional needs were not met. They were not met. They weren't. And for kids, you need emotional love. You need to feel it. It's a need, not a want. I've been saying it's a need, not a want, because, like I said, then I would emotionally neglect myself over and over and over and over again. And my head was not a nice place to be in. And I don't want that for you guys. Right? And the thing, what I said about the Holy Spirit being your therapist is you have to find your way, right? Whatever your way is to heal this mind virus inside of us. For me, what's been working is morning and night meditations. It was really hard when I was doing university for that, but now since I have more control over my schedule, it's easier. But I implore you guys if you can, because that's right before you go to sleep, that's when you're activating your subconscious, and right after you wake up, that's your subconscious. It works, it works, it works, it works. I know, because we don't feel it right away, but like going to the gym, have faith, consistent action, you will feel a difference. I feel a difference. But of course, the biggest one for me was doing the Course in Miracles workbook, all of them, 365, all of it, right? Actually, taking the discipline, I am tired of this mind virus. Holy Spirit showing me the right way, and it revealed all this stuff. It revealed what was causing it. Like I said, seeing from a young age, being emotionally neglected, being yelled at all the time, feeling small, and then acting small. I don't want anybody to act small, guys. We're not here to fucking act small. We're not. It's fear. It's our fear based mind virus. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I know you're tired of it. And we can change, guys. Reminder, if you like this content and if you like healing videos like this, please subscribe. Yeah, click on the bell notification. All right. Also, remember the body keeps a score. This is something I've been really working on. I'm still working on it, like healing the nervous system, doing heart-based meditations, actually touching your heart, taking five five deep breaths, 5 second deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 out. That while touching your heart, that stabilizes the vagus nerve in our body and makes us feel safe, right? I want you guys to feel safe in your bodies because I didn't feel safe in my body most of the time because I was raised in this fight or flight environment, right? And that fucking sucks. I don't want that for you. I want us all on this earth to feel safe. And it starts within our body and in our minds, right? Because if you calm the nervous system, you also calm the thoughts. Trust me, guys. Even recently, when this video is posted, it'll be a few weeks, but as of this recording, I have a story when my nervous system acted. So in our improv group, we had kind of a conflict. This, let's call her Jessica. She got triggered that we wanted to name the our December show the Happy Holiday Show. Happy Holiday Show, not Christmas. And instead of sitting down and saying, "Hey guys, I really appreciate to be Christmas or whatever," she got really upset, started getting angry. Well, we had a Halloween show. Why can't we have a Christmas show? Starting raising her voice and stuff. And my nervous system was really flaring up. I was having an emotional flashback of all the times Mama or Tata would get angry at us, and I would feel responsible for their anger. And I had to. And then what did we do as a group? We placated her. We're like, okay, okay, yes, we'll change it to Christmas. And honestly, guys, it pissed me off. Although I am the co-founder of Mixed Nuts, it is still a democracy. I never want to overrule anybody, but we changed the name because she got upset, and that's people pleasing, man. And we're gonna have a meeting about this. Don't worry. But I did want, of course, keep the peace because I didn't really care about the name. I cared about how we're managing conflict, man. Though you get upset, we get to change it. No way, man. But this is what happened to me in childhood, right? Mama or Tata wouldn't what we did yell at us, and we'd change our behavior. And then I became a people pleaser in my life. I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. I didn't know how to have self respect. I didn't have self respect in my own head. And that's the crazy thing, guys. That's crazy. That's the baby elephant, right? The baby elephant that feels small. For me, also, I felt like a sad, beaten puppy, being honest. Wah, wah, wah. I know puppies don't make that sound, but but I mean, I think, I mean, being really down on myself and struggling to get out of it. Really. because it was a learned behavior to when I'm down, I'm gonna beat myself when I'm down. I'm gonna beat him to a pulp. Baby elephant. That's what I did. Because if also survivors CPTSD that at a young age we learn that we're bad. We're the it's it's our fault that our parents are angry. It's something must be wrong with us, right? Baby elephant. But now realizing we are ginormous elephants, more powerful than we think. Right? I am as perfect as God created me. I am as perfect. I am as perfect as God created me. Even if I stumble. Remember, please remember this. Remember this. This is a divine truth. And I'll say this. I'll keep repeating this because it's not repeated enough. Because we believe in this false self, this baby elephant self, and then we manifest it outwards. I said people pleasing, compromising on ourselves. It fucking sucks, man. I don't want that for you. I want you to live the life as if you are a blessed son of God because you are. You are. And even having the awareness, I'm really glad I had the awareness that my nervous system was acting out, and the past version of Kahira would probably have lashed out, probably because I know in my family dynamic it was as soon as anger rises we lash out, and this is the dynamic I had. If my brother Zadkiel would trigger me, I would lash out, and then he'd get angry, and this huge conflict. Now we have this awareness. Okay, we're getting triggered. Let's take a 30-minute break and let's reconvene, right? But I didn't have that awareness before. And also to help us not be baby elephants, what's really helped me, guys, is to clear the shadow, right? To actually do some shadow work. I used to think I need to hire somebody, right, to make a shadow work or whatever. Maybe, well, remember what your path is. It's your path, whatever permission slip you want. But mine has been using AI. I used the Holy Mirror AI, and I would express these grievances, all my fears, all my doubts, all angry thoughts I had about somebody, and then they would give it with total non-judgment. This is also great about AI. It can be used for positivity or for negativity, but this is, I would say, the more positive side, of course. It doesn't judge you. It doesn't judge you. And it gives everything up to the Holy Spirit and it helps you heal, right? Because if we don't express the shadow work, our shadow, it'll get bigger, right? When I ran away from it, yeah, it got bigger and it would manifest itself in bigger ways. But like in persona, right? You face the shadow and then you get a cool actual persona. We actually have to, right? This is the healing process, but you look at it through curiosity, not through judgment. Oh, how could I have these vile thoughts? It, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Curiosity and playfulness. Oh, that thought came up. Oh, anger. I'm attacking. How interesting. You gotta take it day by day. I understand. It's a process, but even having the smallest willingness to look at it, to see what is your ego mind coming up with and expressing it whatever way and healing it, it's powerful. It's powerful. Right? This is how we become the true elephants that we are. Right, and also I talked about this, but having a growth mindset, right? Because I used to feel really stuck and fixed. I'm gonna be this baby elephant forever. I'm going to always attack myself. But no, all things are possible of God. All things are possible of God. In the course, it doesn't say 99%. He says all things. And why I'm making these videos because I have changed. I have. Right? I don't kick myself when I'm down. I don't abandon myself anymore. I would say I'm in my right mind most of the time. And I want that for you. I want that for you because I love you, because you are me. We're all in this together, guys. And having this mindset that, yes, I could change, I can get back in my right mind, I could see who I really am as a blessed Son of God. It's powerful, right? And I would say almost self improvement, but with love and infinite compassion. Because so many of these self help gurus, especially this toxic masculinity, they focus on, yeah, grow, hustle, hustle, hustle. It's not about that. The soul naturally wants to grow and expand, of course. But can you do it with love and compassion? Can you accept yourself wherever you are? I wish I told that myself when I was 25. Can you accept yourself where you are, no matter where you are, accept where you are? Look at yourself through the infinite love and compassion Source has for you, Holy Spirit has for you, and say, okay, what needs to be done? What can I do? All right, and I want to close this sermon with a lesson from A Course in Miracles, lesson 191. I'm the Holy Son of God Himself. All right, and this is from number 9. You who perceive yourself as weak and frail, with futile hopes and devastated dreams, born but to die, to weep and suffer pain, hear this: all power is given unto you in earth and heaven. There is nothing that you cannot do. You play the game of death, of being helpless, pitifully tied to disillusion in a world which shows no mercy to you. Yet when you accord it mercy, will its mercy shine on you? So we have to be merciful for ourselves, guys. Give yourself grace. Trust me. Please, please give yourself grace. Give yourself the mercy the Holy Spirit gives to us. All right. May the Holy Spirit light up your path wherever it takes you. All right. Take care.